in there. Okay, so we said setup posture looking better.
Yeah.
Ideally, as a sort of checkpoint, if your club is roughly on the mat there, you should be able to stretch out and reach that tray without any sort of extreme stretching or tension, especially up in the back of the shoulder blades. If you're too round in the back and your shoulders are sort of quite hunched there, and you're in a sort of tucked under position with your hips there, again trying to prevent the hamstrings being used and using more of the quads, you'll find it very difficult to stretch out. And if you're stretching to reach the golf ball, as you come down to the golf ball, you then got to try and reach to hit it. And if you're reaching, you can't then turn, can you? You can't turn the club over, and also all these things sort of continue on. Okay, so in terms of the setup, that's the main focus there. It's certainly getting better, but it needs obviously a little bit of tinkering. Backswing position now, this is the old one. We can see the golf club now, if we zoom in there, is pointing pretty much back towards the back mirror there on the right. So that club face, we've got a closed position, okay? If you think about it, where your thumbs are there, your thumbs are pretty much on top of the grip there, okay? And that club's pointing around there. So the thumbs, when they start, are on top of the grip here. The club face is pointed on 90 degrees to the thumb, but there, the club should be pointing up to us. But it's turned a little bit this way, got what we call a closed position, okay? Now compare that to this one. Again, I think a looser grip position has certainly helped. A better wrist hinge of the club now. Look how much further that club's travelled. Just because now I think we're a bit more loose. There's less tension personally there, less grip pressure there, and more hinge. The club face now is pointing to the mirror round towards us. It can still go a smidgen more, but I think from there to there is a good change. Okay, that to me is quite a big transformation there. A few degrees there, you've probably gone sort of whatever that degree closed is, probably about 20 degrees or 15 degrees the other way. So that's a big change to make just in half an hour there. So that's good. We can just keep that there. So from there now we can just rotate through, no fear of the ball going left. We can rotate through nicely up onto that left side and get a full motion. And the better your posture is and the more relaxed you are, the more this will start being able to come through. And the second you start realising the ball isn't going to be spinning to the left so much, you're not going to fear then going that way. You can then just rotate to target more naturally, because you're not trying to think, oh, I don't want to go left, I want to try and hit it to the right somewhere, because that's the logical thing. Anytime someone either hooks the ball or slices the ball, if their golf ball is curving that way, they'll do whatever they can to swing the golf ball over there. And conversely, if someone's sort of hitting the golf ball like that, like that, they'll do whatever they can to hit the golf ball somewhere left. It's just, you see where the golf ball's going, let's just try and stop it going that way. Unfortunately, most people, they're trying to change the direction the golf ball travels by the direction the swing comes from, when really it's the direction the club is pointing in. That is the biggest and most important thing to get right. If we get the club face square at impact, in some ways the path isn't as important, because the ball's always going to go towards target. How it gets there might go a bit left to right, a bit right to left, but where the club face aiming straight, it'll end up on target. Okay, unless you're really extreme sort of into out or out to him, which no one's going to be in that case. Okay, but the club face is in that what we call closed position at the top there. That's your checkpoint. So if you're looking at a reflection there, when you get to the top of the backswing, what you'd be looking for, if you go to the top, okay, is that club face now sort of pointing back towards the camera. Okay, so a straight face towards the mirror or whatever you're looking at. Okay. So that's your checkpoint. You can do that again. Do that though as a backswing, stop, and then look. Don't sort of swing to about here and sort of start looking at the club and then sort of manipulating it from here with the help of the mirror. So when you're on the golf course and that mirror's not there, you're thinking, oh, hang on, where's the mirror gone? So you've got to do it through a feel-based position. What's that feel like? Check it. That's good. Back to start. Check it. Back to start. And if it means doing 2 or 3 of those practice swings before each shot, I said, even if a bad shot occurs, 3 good practice swings and 1 bad shot is going to override over time. Obviously, the less bad shots you hit, the quicker the change will come. Okay, the more bad shots, the longer it'll take. But I think the change you made in your posture there in the swing position there to there has been quite quickly. So a bit of practice now for them over the next week or 2. And we can get back in again in a sort of
a bit of stretching won't help them, I guess.
It won't exactly. It won't do any harm. Okay. It's surprising when you ask them how flexible are you. Most people go, yeah, I'm fine. When was the last time you tried to touch your toes? Who needs to try and touch their toes? But it just shows if your hamstrings are a little bit tight and we can't quite get down there, it's certainly going to restrict your tilt in your spine angle, thus resulting in a tight posture and a bit more tucked under with the hips and the things that go with that. Okay, mate. Makes sense. Good man. Okay, mate.